All right, looks like we are live, back in the cozy confines of Studio 10-4 Live, man. Back up north in Southern Oregon, as they say. Good to be back. It was a great week. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. One thing got to happen here. Hang on. Can't be live on the air if we're not live on the air, right? Little details. Anyways, back at it here, Studio 10-4 Live, the weekly update, and we are glad to be back. At the same time, it was a great week in Louisville, and we got a lot to talk about. This is our wrap of Matt's PKY 2025. Kendall, how are you? Good to have my protege on the show, and everybody else that's tuning in. Kevin, nice to have you from Canada. Laird, Peter, and Chloe's Adventures. Okay, all right, good to have you guys on. Nice to be a part of it. Watching over on YouTube, that's cool too. Great time spent away and in Louisville. Got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. We're going to talk the Paul K. Young Truck Beauty Championship. We're going to talk the Big Rig Build Off, Mid America Truck Show. There's kind of like, three big components that are going on over there during the week's activities, and we got a lot to cover. First, I want to say I got some great guests for us tonight. Luke Rethwisch, the Big Rig Build Off winner. Brandon Carpenter, if he can get his connection straightened out, is going to be in and joining us. And Jeff Patello, one of the judges from the Big Rig Build Off this year. And Jeff's got a pedigree of show trucking that's like nobody else, man. Either on or involved in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cover trucks of 10-4 magazine. So a very qualified individual, to say the least. And just to get it out there too, thanks to the other two judges that, in fact, Adrian Roccamonte's October 2006, his truck Sledgehammer was on the cover, and Rod Pickett, who's had his hands on probably several of the cover trucks, I'm sure is this month's is proving to be. So the April edition of 10-4 magazine, and if you haven't seen that yet, check it out over on our Facebook page and soon to be updated website. And then, of course, if you're a subscriber, you're going to be the first to see that in print. We'll go over Jeff's pedigree here a little bit more, but first I want to say thanks to all of our sponsors for last week. Without you guys, it's impossible to do what we do out there in Louisville or any of the other shows that we do live streams from. And I don't have the totals for live streams as far as, time spent, show hours and amount. I don't have that, but I can tell you there was a minimum of 5 live streams per day. Thursday well exceeded that, and so did Wednesday actually too, because we did some things on Wednesday that we don't normally do, and that has to do with streaming and videoing the lights on Wednesday night. They do the judging on Wednesday night on the lights, and we were there, and we did as much capture as we could. We weren't sure what the weather was going to be like on Thursday night, so wanted to make sure that we had it, and we got it captured and taken care of. Jeff, you're in there in the conversation. I sent you the link. Check your email, and you can be in the show. Sponsors for last week. First off, I want to say thanks to Brandon Carpenter, and I hope Brandon gets his internet figured out on his end, because I'd really like to get him on the show tonight. Carpenter Custom Trucks and Trailers, appreciate sponsoring all day on Wednesday, and brought a lot of great content to everybody, and that's a big deal. I appreciate the heck out of that. Lifetime Nut Covers, always a great partner, marketing partner with 10-4. AMCAN, Nick at AMCAN, thanks buddy for always being there and making it happen. Valley Chrome Plating, man, we got Gary, we got Ray, we got Kent, and all the rest of the gang there at Valley Chrome that make it happen every year for us and for you. NorCal Custom Trucks, NorCal Spring Fling, Stewart and his people making NorCal Custom Trucks happen, and then the NorCal Spring Fling, which is coming up, and that's some of you know that as the Frenchies show up there in Northern California. I-29 Custom Truck Parts, Leroy, thank you, my friend, I appreciate it. First time sponsor and partner with us at 10-4 Magazine and Studio 10-4. And then Thursday night, Dickerson Custom Trucks brought you the light show Thursday night. So appreciate Dustin and Molly and Kendall and everybody at the Dickerson family. Renegade Products, also working with us again. Always good to be hanging out with Renegade. You never know who you're going to see in their booth. New Gen, first time sponsor, Derek. Thank you for putting that up and making that happen. First time sponsor, Express Pressure Wash. Thank you, man. Those guys were all over the place through the show in the beginning before it ever even opened up, because they were getting everybody's trucks cleaned and looking good so that everybody else could have their hands on them after that to get them all dialed in, polished, and looking their best. T.W. McDermit working with the JSH Towing crew, and unfortunately their big rig build-off truck, they had some problems getting that out there, so they didn't make it out there, but we're looking forward to seeing where that truck will turn up for the first time and compete. Great looking truck. I saw pictures of it, so big disappointment that it didn't make it. Rogue Truck Body. Appreciate Keith and all the guys over at Rogue Truck Body for jumping on and helping us to sponsor that on Saturday. And then Swanks and Sons Chrome Shop. Appreciate that. And Chris Swanks and Sons, those guys are right out of Louisville. First time sponsor. Great to have them on there. Brandon, I see you in the queue in the green room, so hopefully you can hear me now, and we'll be able to have this thing working out. So also just a shout out to Tyler Vanderswag Customs. We did a walk around on their truck on Saturday, and we couldn't help but do that. That truck was best of show combo, limited miles, and really did present incredibly. So needless to say, there wasn't anybody out there that wasn't doing a good job presenting. I mean, I kind of went into this, on some of the live streams during the week. Every truck out there is a 5. And that, if you're judging and you got a 1 to 10 scale, every truck's a 5. And then you go from there and you start adding it up and making it happen. And the trucks from there, the points add up and you decide who won in their particular class that you're judging. I mean, there's no slouches out there, and everybody had a nice truck. Some just nicer than others. So as the judging indicated, but quite a show this year. Some changes, some things were different. Before I get to that, I want to say also, before I let go of the streams, everybody, if you didn't get to watch any of the live streams, get over there to 10-4 Magazine on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel, and you can check those out. Jeff, I got you there in the queue, and I got Luke back. So you guys are there. We're just hopefully Brandon will be able to get in and get his thing working. Those are available for you guys to watch at any time at your leisure. And so figuring, I got a minimum of 5 live streams per day. We got 20 live streams up at the minimum for you guys to watch. And I may have some more available too that I have kind of in the can that I may not have published yet. We'll see. But all the live streams on the dailies went out. The weather was incredible while we were there. It worked out, even though the weather report was always very skeptical and kind of scary. We didn't know how it was going to turn out, but it did work out, and we had plenty of good weather, and we got everything done. I want to say thanks to John Jakes for helping me out there for a couple of days. Appreciate that, John. He was kind of behind the camera and helping move gear around a little bit. Appreciate that. And of course, Kendall Dickerson for getting out there and working with us on Friday. And Kendall's always a great asset to Studio 10-4 Live, and being out there with the guys and interviewing them and talking to them about their trucks and being in front of the camera. I know you guys get tired of looking at me, so give you somebody else to look at and hear and listen to and talk to the guys at the same time. So appreciate that. Overall, on the inside and the outside of the show, the inside, the layout was different. I liked it. It worked for me. Gives me a straight shot to kind of work with. There's a little bit of jogging around where you kind of go into what they call the east wing. I got in and got done what I needed to do, and I got to tell you, man, because I'm so busy making sure that I get the streams I'm committed to get out, I don't get a lot of free time to walk around and see people like I would love to be able to do. I just haven't been able to do that. So anybody I missed out there, I really appreciate the efforts you tried to make, and certainly appreciate my side of it. I hope we catch up soon somewhere else, if at the very least over the phone, or maybe we do a Zoom call or something and catch up like that. But it's just unfortunately not enough hours in the day to get out to everybody. And there's a bunch. I mean, didn't even get to see Dustin and Molly Dickerson, as well as many others that I normally see every time we're in Mid-America, and just didn't happen. But we'll certainly try to make something happen here soon and do that with all of you. As far as the inside and outside, though, inside were some incredible trucks, and so much commitment to being outside and covering the show trucks. It didn't make sense for me to be inside, not to mention I don't have a signal in there. So anything I do inside, I got to record and then upload. But thanks to everybody that made those videos such a success. The I-29 Wilson booth interview with Cody Davis and Leroy from I-29 and I can't remember his name now, but the gentleman that worked with us from Express Pressure Wash Saturday morning. Thanks for that. Those guys were great. Had a great truck to look at. Of course, Cody Davis and Leroy at I-29 put that together, and it's a beauty, and it's coming out to Trucking for Kids. So you guys will be able to see that out there. I think there was maybe 150 show trucks. I'm just guessing. Hey, Sharon, I hope you're feeling better, honey. Good to have you on the show. And Brandon, Chase, good to have you, buddy. Good to have you on the show as always. Nice to have you. John Fierborn, thanks. Gerald Van Egmond. Yeah, you know what? Hey, I was moving fast, and thanks. And I hope everybody else understands as well. Jeff, what's going on? Jeff Parker, good to have you, buddy. I did what I could as much as I can. That's all I can tell everybody. Having 2 nights of lights was an exceptionally long day, 12 hours back to back, Wednesday, Thursday, and a ton of footage and a lot of trucks brought to you guys that probably would otherwise not have been able to do, given the circumstance that ended up being no rain, and they kept predicting it was going to rain, and it never did. So thank goodness for all that. Jamie, thanks, man. Yeah, so 180 trucks. There you go. So 150 is pretty good. That's a good guess for me. I'm telling you, man, I'm terrible with guessing, age of anybody and numbers at shows or whatever. Just I'm terrible. So that was pretty close, man. Pretty close. So 180, that's a good show. And it's not just the number, man. It is quality of the show, and the presentation this year was so old school, retro, cab over. I mean, proof was in the winner of the big rig build off. It was a totally retro build presentation that won it. So and we're going to get Luke here in just a minute. Saturday night was a whole different deal. Totally off grid. Went in, hung out with Brandon Carpenter at Old Iron Bar, and that's his trailer. And we hosted Long Haul Paul, and we live streamed one of the sets. He did 3 sets. We live streamed that to our socials, and hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a blast. That was just a bunch of fun. Good old boy, good old trucker music, Americana at its finest. And I got to tell you, it was fun. That's the short version of it. Brandon pops in and we get him. Then we'll talk more about it. Sunday night we were back at our house that we were staying at, and hunkered down, man. Tornado storm watch and tornado warnings and sirens going off, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Storm blew through in under an hour, and it didn't do anything to hurt Louisville, but there were some surrounding areas that I guess got touched by the wind, power outages, and that kind of thing. Nothing like that at our place. We didn't lose internet, we didn't lose power, nothing. But gave our gals a scare, and they handled it and they made it through. So it was a sight to see, though, and if you've never been through any of that, it gets pretty exciting. It's kind of hectic. It's a storm, and it's a 65-mile or 55-mile-an-hour. Shannon scared the poo out of her. 55, 65-mile-an-hour winds and lightning, thunder, hails. The only thing we didn't get, I think, was snow in that thing, but it was a radical front, and it pushed through and it blew through and on down the road. And they're still experiencing that weather right now in that region. I was watching the weather earlier today, and they're getting pounded. So they're dealing with what we left them with on Sunday night. Unfortunately for them, this is just this time of year and a regular deal. So that's why we're here. We're at on the West Coast abouts and not dealing with that. We got our own issues, trust me, but nothing like that. Well, listen, that's kind of the mostly the semi wrap of what sounds like any other day in the Midwest, Jamie. I got to feel that's probably very true. That's why so many West Coasters don't know what to do in that kind of a situation if they ever get it handed to them, and they did. We did while we were out there. If there's more that comes up, we'll certainly cover it and talk more about it. But back to the big rig build off. The gentleman that won this thing, listen, very deserving. Judges got it right. And let me tell you about your judges. So Adrian Rocamontes, this is a guy that built the sledgehammer truck back in 2006. And I just happened to have that truck up here on my screen available for you guys. And there that truck is right there. And let me tell you something, he won the build off with that truck. That truck was no joke, and that truck is still no joke. I would say that truck could probably compete today and do some damage out there. So my point being is you got a guy that knows what he's doing, what he's looking at. You got the right people in the right positions. Others that were certainly no less of any quality or value or otherwise. Jeff Patello, in 06, May of 06, 2 trucks on the beach on the cover on the magazine. 07 was June 07. He built that convertible that just kind of set the world on its ear and upside down. And then the PDI limo truck in July of 10. Sanders truck, that was in 2011, May, I think, of 11, or March of 11. October of 11, Ken Drake. And Rod Pickett, currently he's got a build of his on the cover of the April edition 2025. Not to mention that Rod Pickett was part of the original, mob sled builders that put that truck together, and of course Trick My Truck, and many years of many awesome builds for everyday guys that are out there that want a cool truck, that want some extra touches on it. So the list goes on. There's many people that were involved in the judging that were involved in building trucks. Right guys, right place. They knew what they were looking at. They knew what they were talking. Second of all, the rules of this competition is not about money. It's not about anything. It's about the truck. What you build, show what you built, bring what you built, compete with it, see what happens. Period. Okay. The end of story. And given the responses of some of these guys that have commented on the post that we shared, Jacob Gunderson, our guy that comes out and works with us and contributes to 10-4 magazine. You know, his gig is Class in Chrome. He put together a really nice video and we shared it, and it's, you know, it's blown up. Not to say that the ones we have that we did the live streams from right there with Luke and his team, sometimes his dad, whoever, we did a few different ones over there. Those have blown up too. But some of the same haters, you know what? If it's not your jam, turn the channel, man. Hey, Chris, good to have Chris Fife on the show. Chris was out and about all week long before we got there, and bringing you a ton of live stream footage and showing you trucks and talking to people and doing some great stuff. So, Chris, great job as always, and it's always great to have you on board. Dan, what's going on? Dan, the man's showing up. Dan is out sick. He's on assignment to get well. So the only reason he's not here with us tonight is he's just is wiped out, worn out, and re-energizing his batteries to get back together with us the next time. So, you know, point being is, guys, I've read a lot of this stuff, and we're going to bring Luke in right now and catch up with him and see what he has to say. Luke, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, man. Good to have you back, and had a lot of great conversations with you and your dad and everybody there during the show all week. Congratulations on winning the Big Rig Build-Off.
Thank you.
It's been your last day or so, you know, being the referee on this post on 10-4 and maybe others, I'm sure, around the social media, you know, web. But you're doing a good job, man. Being a good sport. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me, man. I mean, you know, you did what you were set out to do. You built a truck that won this build-off, right? I mean, it's kind of like the beginning and end of the story, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, so, you know, go back a little bit though, and you know, here it is. Give us a one of those nights where it's an all-nighter and you're working on this truck, and I'm sure none of this garbage that we've been talking about so far as the negatives, you know, the haters, none of that was probably going through your mind, man. But give us an idea, like how many hours do you have a total? Do you have any numbers on this build?
I don't know the total numbers off the top of my head, but I know it was a lot.
I mean, can we say it was, you know, 6 months? Was it, you know, 6 weeks? Was it where we're at? Just give a generalization. So somewhere in there, you got to have some kind of idea how much time was spent on this thing to put it together. We lost him. Looks like we got a bad internet connection there, and we dropped him out. But and I think we captured some of that information when we interviewed Luke live at the show. So I know it was a bunch, and the bottom line, and I'm gonna, Luke, if you can hear me and you got anything else, I'm gonna remove you right now, and we'll put you back in when you come back into the studio. In fact, I'm gonna kick you out of the studio, and then you can log back in, and we'll get a clean connection that way. Hey, Jeff, I'm gonna bring you in, buddy. How's that? Jeff, what's going on? Unmute yourself there, bud. There you go. How are you, Jeff?
Good. Yourself?
Not bad, man. Jeff Patello Custom Trucks here in California. Talking to young Luke there, and we lost the connection, so it's you and me for a little bit. You know, from a judge's perspective, give a little bit of what it went into. You guys, the three of you and Adrian and Rod went through to judge this truck.
Well, it wasn't easy, I'll tell you that. Last year, we judged the 3 trucks, and it took us 6 hours. This year, it was about 8 hours. I mean, last year, we had 3 different styles of trucks. This year, we get 3 trucks that are basically the same style. I mean, they're all from the same era, so to speak. And one of them was a cab over, but the quality that went into all of these trucks was just absolutely amazing. And we kept having to go back and forth, and we'd take a break and go have a conversation. We'd come back and talk, and you know, like I spoke with Luke, for instance, because I see him popping in and out of the screen there. You know, we spoke to them, and they tell us a little about your ride, and then we look at the trucks, and then we come back and speak with them again, because they, anybody that's shown a truck, the judges come up, they talk to you, and you're thinking to yourself, man, after they leave, I should have told them this, or I should have told them that. And I wanted to give them an opportunity to, and all three of us agreed. I'm not saying just me, both Adrian and Rod were in on this as well, that, come back. These guys put all this time, money, and effort into a shorter build, because, you see trucks that are at the caliber they're at that are built over 2-3 year spans. These guys all put these trucks together in a hurry and did such an amazing job. You want to give them their due where they can, if they forgot something, you're giving them another opportunity. And we gave them 2 or 3 opportunities. I think Luke will attest to that, we give them 2 or 3 opportunities to explain things and how they did things and the process that went into it, even though guys like Rod and Adrian and I we all know what goes into it. Not only we've been doing this, like Rod made the comment, he goes, holy shit, we're the old guys. There's 90 years of truck building experience standing right here with the 3 of us. And
let me pump the brakes for just a minute, and comment on what you just said here too. And this ought to really kind of put some food for thought into some of these guys' minds, everybody's minds, period. And that is this. Listen, when you were going to school and you were doing your homework, at least back in probably our day, Jeff, you had to show your work, math or especially, you had to show the work. You had to show the formula of how you got to the solution, right? Remember that? So here,
yes,
you
sir.
guys are asking, what's that? Right? Am I correct in that,
Me?
Jeff? Yeah, Jeff.
Oh, Hunter, I nodded my head agreeing with you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys asked Luke and everybody else, all these questions about their build. Tell us about your build. How did you do this? How did you do that? How was this and this and this accomplished? That's the equivalent to me of saying, show your work. And you guys know better than anybody if somebody's blowing smoke up your, what, and that right there's everything. And obviously Luke gave you guys the right answers. He won the build off. So sweat equity to me is as valuable as a dollar bill 100 times. Okay. So, you guys all put like I said, the guys that are the haters need to back off, man. You need to think about what you're saying here. And by the way, if any of you have something you want to show us that you built, feel free to do that at any point. So, what do you think, Jeff? Are we headed down the right road here?
Yeah, if I could speak freely for a second, a little bit off of the topic of what it took to judge these. Yeah. I haven't seen any of the stuff that, the haters commenting. Don't let that discourage you, kid. You should see some of the shit that was said about the convertible when we did it. And, this is my pride and joy. This is something that I dreamed of for 20 years before I actually got invited to the build-off and build. Don't buy into that bullshit. Enjoy your time. You earned it.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know if you cut out of my screen for a second.
No, he's got you. Luke, you're with us, right?
Yep.
So go ahead, Luke. Luke, go ahead and comment back on that too. I mean, where's your head at with things right now? Tell us.
I don't even really know what to say. I find a lot of the haters' comments funny. It doesn't really. I don't let it put me down at all.
Good.
Just shows that they got nothing better to do than hate on someone that took the truck.
Yeah.
So. No,
you got that right. And listen, I want you to also see that, and this is just a snapshot of it on our site, 10-4. I can imagine there's more out there. There's a lot of great comments and a really, very, very positive comments and thoughts that are being shared. So I don't want everybody to think it's all just haters. It isn't. There's just those out there that just choose to react that way. And I think that's just going to be how it is. And everybody chiming in right now, I haven't seen any of that. It's a very positive audience. And Jacob Gunderson says the haters are your biggest fans, buddy.
Yeah, they are.
Well, so, Adrian made a comment years ago when we were talking about the convertible one day. I told him, I said, man, a lot of people hate this. And he laughed and he said, for every one that hates a kid, 10,000 love it.
Yeah.
So, like
Yeah.
I said, enjoy your time. Don't buy into their bullshit. Don't let the haters discourage you. Each and every man that built the truck for that build off, oh my God, that was probably one of the toughest things I've ever had to judge. And I helped a few friends out judge some shows, and we obviously judged the build off last year. But it was very, very difficult. But talking to each and every person, there is no doubt that all the builders literally put their hands on that truck. That they did not just have it done. It wasn't, and there's no shame in that. Some people don't have the facility. Some people don't have the time, and they just choose not. The ones that can, they choose not to. You put your hands on that truck. You built that truck, and that's something to be proud of.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, look at,
You're very welcome.
Where I want to go with this now too is, and it might be, we're getting ahead of it, but let's go there anyways. I mean, you pointed out this truck's going to go into service in April, in June or whatever, it's going into service in a couple of months, right?
Yeah.
So you turn 18 this month, and then after that, it goes into service. Okay.
Yep.
So now you're the defending champion of the 2025 build off, man. Are you already looking to 26 to come back and defend, or what do you think is going to happen there?
I don't know. Not really. I'm looking forward to it, but not at the same time. It's a lot of work. We got to do something to try to beat the one that we did this year, and I don't know what. We got a couple trucks sitting here that we plan on doing. I'm not sure which one we're going to do yet, though.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're thinking about it. Also, how was the conversation after awards were awarded and you guys were all kind of back over there in the build-off area, the three teams, you guys chatted. What was that like?
The other competitors, they had nothing but good stuff to say, and it was a very tight competition. They both had awesome trucks. Like Jeff said,
yes, they did.
It was really hard to judge.
Yeah, I understand the points were, you could count them on one hand, difference between top dog and next guy in line. So any insight to that, Jeff? Are you guys giving up who you thought kind of came in second and third, or are we just leaving that off the table?
We were told to judge for, there's one winner. There's no second and third.
Okay, so winner take all.
As far as everything we did, we all filled out our judging sheets and we took a look at them, and we all got a giggle out of it because none of us were very many points away from what the other one thought exactly. So, yeah,
that's what I heard too. So I think that tells you everything right there. You guys all got a very keen eye, and like I said too, everybody's a 5, and then it goes from there. And you probably, with these trucks, it's like everybody's a 7 or an 8, right? And then you go from there, man. And here's, a comment from Dan that everybody felt, man. And all the trucks were awesome, but the way Luke presented his was classic and classy, reminiscent of the trucks at Matt's back in the 90s. And Dan says, I loved it. So there's from Dan Lynn's editor. Been around a few truck shows, And I have to agree with them. There was a
maybe one or two.
Yeah, maybe one or two, right? I jokingly with you and your dad said the only thing missing is the stanchions with the rope and the glitter and all that stuff around that truck. It would have been like a time warp.
Or if you want to go way back, back to the old mini truck days of the night. He was missing the 3 1-gallon cans that said gas, water, and oil, pinstriped and painted the same way the truck was.
Oh, there you go. See, I never even saw that.
Me neither.
I was barely born, Luke. You were definitely not born.
No.
Jeff must be way older than us. Oh, man. Well, I got to say, I was very impressed with you, young man. I think that I feel better about where things are going in our world because of what you did and how you carry yourself. And I look for many more good things to come from you and how you represent yourself, your family, and the industry. So Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I look forward to seeing some pictures and video when that truck gets on the road and starts pulling a trailer. I want to see that too.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Actually, we leave I think next week to go put my trailer together, and then it's getting driven down to the Wildwood show.
What are you putting on the back of it? What are you pulling?
Gas tanker.
Oh, no kidding, man. So you're gonna be a fuel jockey too. No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh man, check you out.
Yeah, what he doesn't realize, John, what he doesn't realize is he just put a target at his back. He's on top. Everybody's gunning for him.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's gonna be coming after me.
Well, let them come, man. That's let all come. Let the games begin, right?
I know. I'll definitely be posting some videos of it driving up and down the road pulling a trailer. So
well, I can't wait to see that.
Trailer queen anymore.
I want a picture of it dirty.
Yeah,
I'll just get a picture of it dirty.
Yeah, I want to feature it on we do a thing every now and then on 10-4 on our socials. I call it Wipe Them Down Wednesday, man. Send me in your wiped out truck, before it goes through the wash and then the after pick too. That's always a fun one to see. But good luck at 75. And so once you've got her in service, are you thinking you're going to put her in, get her rolling and making money? Are you going to hit any shows and go into you're still going to be limited mileage, I think, if somebody has that class at a show.
Yeah. I got invited. Evan invited me to the Atlanta show for combo for that show. I want to go to the Trucking for Kids show. Never been there. I think that's a cool show.
Now you're talking, buddy. That's the kind of talk we like.
There's a bunch of them I hit up. Like,
you better hurry up.
There you go. There you go, right there from Chris Fife, man. Big video.
You got about 30 days to get out here.
Yeah, you do, man. Rolling CB interview.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
There you go, man. Yeah, you got. We'll talk about Trucking for Kids. That's coming up May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And you got to be checked in on the 2nd or 3rd. There's no bringing anybody in on Sunday. So, Chris, it does have a CB, right?
It will have one.
Thanks, Chris. That's good, buddy.
Oh man,
you caught him on that one, man. You caught him on that one. Just head west. Yeah, just head west after Wildwood. Dan says so. Get registered, man. That's the other thing. If you're coming out, get registered. Anybody else listening? We'll talk more after I let Luke go here, but get registered for the show, and we would love to have you out there. It's going to be a fantastic show this year at the new location at Famoso, quarter-mile drag strip, tons and tons and tons of room for trucks to show, to race, and RVs. If you guys want to bring your RVs out, come on down and park them because there's a lot of room. Got our buddy Brandon Chase, and you'll meet Brandon if you're at Trucking for Kids, Luke. Brandon says he wants you to give him a shout out. So give our buddy Brandon a shout out, would you?
Hey, Brandon.
There you go, buddy. Thank you. Look at that. We got two other guys just called today. Not giving them up, but they're coming out after Wildwood. So that's awesome, man. That's good stuff.
I'd like.
All right, Luke. Listen. Oh, go ahead, Luke.
Majority of the shows this year, not all of them, but as many as we can. Truck's got to go to work sometime.
Well, listen. You know what? Look. If it was me, I'd take that thing. I'd do whatever I could with it if I was going to work it. But I would want to put it out to as many shows during this year as I could, knowing what I got into that thing and make it happen. That's what I would do. So you make your calls and do what you see fit. I support you on any choice you make on it. But we would love to see that truck out there, man. That would be a big hit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jeff, any closing words for young Luke here? Jeff, any closing thoughts for young Luke?
I didn't hear you. I lost you for a second. What did you say, John?
Any closing thoughts for young Luke?
Yeah, like I said, just keep your head up, kid. Don't let these guys and their hater bullshit affect you. Do what you do. You know what you built. You know what you earned. Everybody that was in the build-off deserved to be there, and it was so difficult to judge that I'm not discounting any of the trucks that were there by choosing winner, because I'd be proud to drive any of the three of them. So enjoy your time, kid. It's great memories. I enjoyed what I did, and I did it for a long time. Unfortunately, and fortunately, and at the same time, for me, it's time for me to pass the torch to my kid. My kids love this. My daughter runs the office. My boy's building trucks. Maybe the day will come, you and him are both head to head in the build off.
That'd be awesome.
There you go.
You guys are I look up to you guys out there.
Well, there you
Now
go.
You got to set your standards higher than that, kid. I'm sorry, John.
And Jeff, he's talking about what you do at the show, not after the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely don't want to see that some days.
Yeah, right. Luke, thanks for taking time out today. Congratulations again. Enjoy the heck out of it. Have you guys got a party planned or anything, or have you already done that?
No, kind of spent our party washing the truck up because we ran in rain all the way home. So
yeah,
but we're working on it, getting it ready. We're doing a few changes before Wildwood, and then head out next week, go finish the trailer, and head down there.
Well, listen, you got a few bucks in the bank now, so you could probably have somebody come and cater a barbecue or something for you and your buddies, man, and whoever else helped out on that build. That's, I think, what I would be doing. And since you're not 21, I know there won't be any adult beverages happening anywhere around you, right?
Nowhere allowed in the shop.
All right, there you go. Well, you take care,
Make sure
sir.
You save enough of that money for fuel to get out to TFK.
Yeah, right.
I will.
I think he's got it covered, Jeff. I think he's got it covered. All right, gentlemen, listen, good night to both of you. Thanks for taking time out to share here on Studio 10-4 Live. And we will talk and see all y'all soon. Trucking for Kids sooner than you think, right?
Yep.
All right. You guys take care. I'm going to let you go.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks, Luke. All right, everybody. Great having those guys on here and having them be a part of the show. And unfortunately, Brandon Carpenter couldn't get the details worked out there. I think he's in North Carolina. So apparently in North Carolina, they just don't have good internet or something because it just didn't work out. But what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? It doesn't always happen. And it was one of the squirrels in the cage fell off his wheel and it didn't work. So, but listen, what a great young man Luke Rethwisch is. I just really can't say enough. What a great job he did, and everybody on that team putting that truck together. Want to congratulate all of the other competitors, Bill and Cody. You guys, Warner, you guys did a great job. That cab over was insane. Fantastic build. Also, to the Davis brothers, another fantastic build. Building the 359, same year, same model 359 Luke and Davis brothers built that were parked side by side. So talk about having, exact year and model to look at. That just doesn't happen very often, but it did. And Luke came out on top. Also want to say, hey, look, the other competitors on PKY, those guys are no joke. I mean, there's trucks in there. They probably weren't that far off of being to the level that these trucks were. I mean, there's some pretty freaking amazing trucks over there. Now, that being said, they weren't in it for a reason. They were overdoing what they were doing while the build-off guys were doing what they were doing. There was no limits on these build-off trucks, okay? None. Do whatever you want, however you want, any way you want. And they did, and it really showed, and it was a really amazing competition. That being said, I think we're going to close the books on Mid-America Truck Show, Paul K. Young Truck Beauty Championship 2025. and we are going to bring in Trucking for Kids 2025, and that's going to be happening. That's going to be happening May 3rd and 4th, and officially 3rd and 4th, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday and Saturday, it's time to get logged, to get parked and get in. Let me get this taken care of. I'm going to change it over right now. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, you can come in on Friday and Saturday, okay? Vendors, trucks, truck beauty competitors, if you're racing, whatever. Sunday, the only trucks that are going to be let in are the race trucks, is my understanding. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the drag trucks are going to be all that are allowed to be coming in on Sunday. So that's a little different, guys. So, and I hope, is everybody seeing the graphic too? Let me know if you guys are just seeing me, or if you're seeing me and the graphic. Hopefully you're seeing both. There should be a flyer up there for Trucking for Kids. It's at Famoso, which is Bakersfield, McFarland. It's the same thing. When it comes up, it gives you both, but McFarland's the actual town that's just north of Bakersfield a little bit. But most people just probably say Bakersfield because nobody knows where McFarland is. But that's where it's at. Famoso is pretty world famous. There's a lot of events that go on there and have been going on there for many, many, many years. It's a kind of the secret test track for a lot of the NHRA guys for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons that we dig this place is that the layout is incredible. There's so much room, and it is just an amazing facility, not to mention the drag strip. And Sharon, you have a good night, darling. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you are getting better. It is a quarter-mile track, so they can run eighth or quarter. We're going to be running quarter-mile racing on Sunday. Very excited about that. Going to see some amazing competition. All the big guys are coming down. Mario's going to be there from Canada. Oscar and his guys. And the list goes on. I'm sure we're going to see Chili, Cocaine. I don't know, all these guys, man. They got some crazy names on these trucks, man. But there's going to be a bunch of these guys. All of the ones that are these super drag trucks, they're all coming out. And I'm excited to have this happen. I look forward to it being another premier event. And listen, 10-4 has done some amazing work with what they've done to get this show where it's going to be and go, and also with the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo. I mean, the two great shows per year now that are on the West Coast that 10-4 magazine is producing, and it's no joke. It's a lot of work, and I don't even know the half of it, because my part of it is not a lot to do with getting it to where it's going to be and making it happen. It's more my part once it gets there to help facilitate what happens. And hats off to Dan and Shan and Tim and April and all the internals that make it all happen. It's going to be exciting. Rodeos, you're right, Brandon. Rodeo is going to be another great one. But right now, baby, it's all Trucking for Kids. So go over to truckingforkids.org, get registered. If you're one of the first 200 that signs up, you're going to get the bonus bucket loaded up with all kinds of cool stuff, as it is every year that we do this. We want everybody that's coming out to get pre-registered anyway. So not just the first 200, we want everybody else. So if you're just kind of hanging, like waiting to the last minute because you think that's cool, all right, you're cool. But register anyways ahead of time. Kind of gives us a better idea of who's coming out and who's showing up and what we got going on. And it just helps a lot to have you guys give us a heads up that you're coming out. Not to mention, we can promote you. If you've got yourself registered and we look down the list and your name's on there, I can promote you and let everybody know you're coming out. So we want that. We want to be able to get you guys challenging one another to be out there and compete and have a good time. There's a bunch of trophies this year up for grabs, and sponsor opportunities, vendor opportunities, and the RV opportunity is a big deal too. So if you're thinking at all about coming out and hanging out for the weekend, do it. It's dry camping, but that's all right. No big deal. Plenty of room for everybody. We can't wait to see you all out there. Thanks again, everybody, for last week. Everybody that was there and tried to say hi or, give me a shout out. I'll try to reach back to some folks here. I've been doing that here for the most of the day today, and I'm going to continue to do that through the rest of this week and give you guys a shout. I wish I could have, been able to catch up with everybody, but man, it's impossible to do these days when I'm out there. And thanks again out there to Long Haul Paul and Brandon Carpenter, and putting on the show that he put on. It was fantastic. Had a blast doing that. My roots go back to music, from many, many years back, and whether being a part of production or performing or, whatever else part of it, it's always been something I've loved to be a part of and do. And having the opportunity to capture and stream some of that show from Brandon's Carpenter's trailer was amazing. He's got a great old trailer that he's converted into a honky tonk, and it is pretty amazing. Last not least there, if you need a hotel room, get it soon. The Hyatt Place in Delano. Tell them you're with TFK and you'll get a better rate, $119 per night. And I did see somewhere where those rooms are going quick. So if you're coming and you haven't got a room yet, check it out. You can get the information off the TFK Facebook page. It's on there, and it has the location reservation information there. All you have to do is push play and go and check it out. Get your room, get your trucks registered. Let us know you're coming. If you have any questions about any sort of sponsorship, whether it be live streams, sponsoring Trucking for Kids, if you want to do that, if you want to sponsor Trucking for Kids, we have 3 levels of top tier sponsors available, and then others as well. Love to see some big dogs step up, man. Show us your love, and that means your checkbook. But we like saying love, but we love to have it happen, and that money, it all goes to the kids, man. This is still Trucking for Kids, and the money goes to the Shriners Hospital for Children. And that's our group that we give the money to. So we just count it and give it to them and hand it over. But we need you to give it to us so we can help them. All right, y'all, listen, thanks a lot for tuning in. Great show. Thanks again to everybody last week in Louisville, before we got there, while we were there, and on the way out. We appreciate it. Can't say enough for the hospitality. For the most part, was really awesome. And for the most part, the airlines, although they finally put the death nail into my gear bag, and it literally just got destroyed. So they're buying me a new one, at least I think, because there's no way to fix it. But they want me to send it in anyway. So that ought to be a laugher when they get this thing to their repair place. Guy's going to look at it and say, yeah, this thing's junk, throw it away, pay the guy, and give him a new one. So, yeah. I won't give up the airline's name until they do something good for me. All right. All right, Gene. Hi, Gene. Good to have you. And thank you. Appreciate the kind words always. And it's nothing but fun doing what we do and bringing the shows to you. Keep the shiny side up. Look for those live streams on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. And you guys can go relive several fantastic interviews that we did while we were there at the show, and featured trucks and individuals. Okay, till next week, we'll see ya.